So hello, good morning. Today I'm going to answer a question that came up with a little bit of a popular response in my poll the other day, which was, how do I tell the difference between my intuition and just that voice in my head? Am I a little bit crazy? Am I a little bit suspicious and paranoid? Or am I actually on the mark and receiving messages and having insights about life that are valid? And the lovely thing was that yesterday I had a business meeting with a beautiful friend of mine called Vanessa. And, I dropped in a few different things. Hi guys. I haven't got my glasses on, but I think I can see Prue there. How you doing? Anyway, she, I was just dropping in a few, little intuitions about this and that. And she said, I wish I had that in my life. It's like having the magic in your life. So that's what I decided to call it, having the magic in your life, and how to have it. So basically this is all about vibrational resonance. And there's two things that you need. One is to have what's called a shifter, that will shift your vibrational resonance to a pure level so that you can tell what is actually true intuition and what's just, the crazy. And the other is to ask for signs. I always ask for signs, 3 signs. My Akashic guides tell me that they will always send me my wisdom 3 times so that A, I've got a chance in my human way to completely ignore it a couple of times, and B, so that I will know that it is actually a genuine message, because there isn't a magic wand. I know I was born with my gifts intact, but there was a price to pay for that. That's another story for another time, my birth story and the first 6 months of my life separated from my family, or longer, I don't know how long. Anyway, now I've thrown myself off. So yes, some people are born with their intuition intact, but a lot of us aren't. A lot of you aren't. And even if you are, like me, born with your foot in both worlds, it's still hard to tell the difference, believe me. So here's how you do it. You need a shifter, which is vibrational resonance. So it's really, really easy. A shifter is something that raises your vibration for you. So in the law of attraction, they talk about if you can't get your emotional resonance to a level of love and joy, all you need to do is start to think and feel in your actual physical body something that does bring you peace, love and joy. So for me, you're going to laugh, it's apple trees and lavender. So whenever I'm really drained and down, I just envisage, my whole chest just being a really beautiful apple tree, like a red gala apple tree or something like that. And it brings me peace and happiness. And another one that really works well for me is thinking about and envisaging lavender fields or just a lavender hedge, something like that. So you need to ascertain for yourself what your shifter is that always has a really beautiful resonance for you, and it's very true and pure, and there's no doubt about it. So that's your shifter. That's the first thing you need to find. And for people that are more on a journey where they are into gurus, their shifters, are their gurus. Their images of their gurus bring them to a higher state. So if you're listening to that, you may have, and you're one of those people, you may, have an image or a religious picture that shifts you. I grew up with them because I grew up in a Catholic household. We had all these little pictures of different saints and Jesus and Mary and everything. Anyhow, so that's the first thing. The second thing is to actually ask for 3 signs. For me, I work very well visually. Hey. And And so I work very well visually, and so I ask to see things. I ask to be shown 3 times. You might be an auditory person, so you might ask that you will hear something 3 times to confirm that what you're feeling, that you think is an intuitive insight, is actually true. So now I'll give you a couple of examples. And your guides, and your higher self will send you that. And you can be very specific. I just ask for signs generally, but you can ask, for something crazy like, I would like to see a pink ball 3 times, and then I will know that that is true. And oh my God, you'll be surprised. Or I would like to see a penny. Not a penny, we don't have pennies, like a gold coin on the street 3 times this week, and then I'll know that my intuition's correct. So with the sign thing, I also follow signs. So I put out recently, I started doing money trees, and I was just drawing in and observing the flow of money into my life and how it came in, whether it came into my account via cash, via PayPal, and what for this healing technique, for this offering I had, for this little side business, whatever. And I noticed, and I was committed to increasing my financial abundance. So I noticed that every 3 times that I desperately needed a certain amount of money to balance my budget that week, or really that day, and this all happened in the space of about 9 days, the exact amount of money that I needed came from a certain source. And this source wasn't something that I really viewed as part of my business. Hey, Bev. That was Melissa. That's Melissa. Cool. I can kind of read. My eyes are getting better. I'm working on them. Anyway, so it made me look at it, and it's a marketing system. It's selling doTERRA oils, and my friend had been asking me to do it. Thank you for the hearts and pictures. This is quite fun. I could get used to this. Anyway, so I looked at it, even though my intuition or my intelligence wasn't saying do this business, this aspect of business, I was getting the 3 signs, and I knew that. I knew that meant something because I had asked for cash flow. So I agreed to a meeting with my wellness mentor, and I also went into, for me, I like to have the backup of my guides. So I went into the Akashic Records and asked my guides, should I do this business? And they said, well, this is what you would get if you did. This is what you would get access to. And they showed me a room with, all the records, the Akashic Records of this business, of the doTERRA business. And, that always gets me. That is so exciting to me. I was like, wow. So that was my 3 signs to follow, because I had asked for financial assistance. Another story that I'm going to tell you that is not as fun and pleasant, but kind of, I don't know if you'd say it was life-saving, but I was certainly in a very difficult place some time ago in my life. I felt broken emotionally, mentally, physically, quite weak. And I can't read what you're writing. So have to work more on my eyes. My glasses are broken too. So it's like every pair of glasses I buy breaks. So there's like a message that it's not the glasses. I need to do some energy work around my eyes. Anyhow, so this last story. So I was in a violent, dysfunctional relationship, emotionally abusive, and a little bit violent. Other women suffer a lot more, but still not good. But I didn't have the strength to leave. So my shifter at the time, thank you for the love heart, my shifter at the time was a beautiful picture of an ancient goddess from Anatolia. And anyway, I just kept asking her. I said, I'm just really feel like he's cheating on me. I don't have the strength to leave, and this is not good anyway. And please show me something. Please give me a sign that will give me the strength to leave and show me that, you know, it's not in my head. Because, of course, he was telling me how much he loved me and that it was all in my head, that I was crazy and la 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 la. And, you know, I'm sorry, baby, I get a bit fiery sometimes. You know, I'm sure some of you out there have been there. Anyhow, I was searching for batteries one day and I was thinking, I know we've got some in the back of the kitchen cupboard somewhere, and it was up high and my hand was just going into every nook and cranny thinking, I know they're here somewhere. And then these pictures were hidden behind sort of tucked in behind the back of the ceiling of the cabinet. These photos, that was in the days of photos rather than just having them on your phone. And so I pulled them out with 3 photos of my then partner with other women having a threesome. So I was absolutely devastated. Still didn't want to believe it. Yeah, all these stories in my head that there were dates on the photos. It was, you know, it was current. It was like a few weeks, a month or so beforehand. And that, you know, so I got the clear signs that it wasn't the crazy in my head, that my intuition was correct, that he was unfaithful, and it gave me the strength to leave. So I did. And it didn't actually give me the strength, it gave me the decision. And to get the strength, I needed another shifter. I had to remember how I was when I was younger, when I was an 18-year-old, strong, young, fearless woman. And I just kept asking her, that me, that younger me, what would you do? How would you get out of this? And that's what carried me forward. I feel a bit teary now. So, the long and the short of it is how to tell if you have a good intuition or if it's just, you know, patterns or suspicion or paranoid or something in you that needs to be cleared. So the difference is, A, you have to have a shifter so that you can keep accessing some sort of pure energy and keep going there. You're having a thought or an intuition about something, bring that, you know, in my case, the lavender field or the beautiful apple tree in, and just allow that energy to take over. And if your intuition is incorrect, it'll start to feel icky and you'll know that it's incorrect. But if it isn't incorrect, you'll be able to sort of align with this beautiful energy. And so align with the beautiful energy, even if you're still clueless after that. You know, get yourself a shifter to align with, and then ask for 3 signs. And they can be to be shown something, to hear something. You can ask for something specific, you know, to see 3 birds in formation flying past. You'd be astounded what happens. So that's your tips for today. Thank you. Thank you, Melissa. I'm going to go. I've talked for long enough. Feel free to get in touch. Message me or comment below. Thank you. Ciao.